Good evening, everyone. This is the Group 2, and we are here to present to you Site Selection Chapter 6.
Learning objectives. At the end of the chapter, the student will be able to discuss the importance of location, the hospitality and tourism industry, and enumerate the different criteria for site selection of a hospitality and tourism facility. Introduction. So, ang lokasyon daw po is isang mahanapang bakay at ang pumipili kung saan titira, magtatrabaho or magtatayo ng negosyo. Ang tamang lugar para sa isang negosyo ay may malaking epekto sa tagumpay nito. At sa panlalako ng kalakalan, ang pagpili ng tamang lokasyon ay nagbibigay ng magandang pundasyon o kahit ipakilala or palakasin ang tanak na negosyo sa larawin ng hospitality at turismo. May mahalagang proseso at considerations na dapat sa araw-araw sa pagpili ng lokasyon. General criteria for site selection. Number 1 is the location. Number 2 is site. Number 3 is built-in. Number 5 is cost of construction or renovation. Number 5 is legal issue and restriction.
Location. The location of the facility is one of the top criteria of travelers when choosing their accommodation, whether for business or recreation. Isa daw sa mga pangunahing consideration sa pagpili ng accommodation, mapa-business man or recreation trip ay ang location ng facilities. Mas gusto nila ang madaling ma-access at malapit sa key destinations. Para sa business travelers, mahalaga ang proximity sa conference centers at transport hubs, habang ang leisure travelers ay mas pinipili ang malapit sa tourist spot at malls. Dahil dito, malaki ang epekto ng tamang locations sa kanilang decision sa pagpili ng tutuluyan. When choosing a location, the concept of the facility dictates the specific criteria for location. It is important to check the demand generators. Sinasabi dito na kapag pipili ng location ang concept ng facility, ang nagdidikta ng specific criteria para sa lugar. Importante na i-check ang demand generators o yung mga bagay na nakaka-attract sa customers at guests. Halimbawa, kung business hotel ang facility, mas okay ito sa commercial districts o malapit sa conference center, pero kung resort naman, mas bagay ito sa lugar na malapit sa nature or leisure destination. Demand generation is a process of a program that creates a relationship between the facility and the clients and hopefully develops a long-term engagement. Demand generators for hospitality and tourist industries include business areas, industrial parks, tourist attraction, and institutional facilities such as schools, government centers, and hospitals. Ang demand generation daw ay isang proseso na nagpapataas ng interes at pangangailangan ng isang facility in hospitality and tourism. Ang mga demand generators ay tulad ng business districts, tourist attraction, and institutional facilities na makakatulong magdala ng guests at customers. Next. Site. The site of the project refers to both contextual and the physical manifestation of the area. This includes the zoning of the area, the characteristics of the landscape, the quality of the open spaces, and the built environment. This also includes the following concerns. Number 1, access to transportation. Ito ay tumutukoy sa kung gaano kadali bumiyahe papunta at paglabas ng isang lugar gamit ang public or private na sasakyan. Importante ito para sa convenience ng mga tao, lalo na sa mga customers at travelers. Number 2, access to utilities. Ito ay ang pagkakaroon ng maayos at sapat na kuryente, tubig, communication, at iba pang mahalagang serbisyo sa isang lugar. Isang lupa o lugar. Next.
building. In case when a facility of the hospitality and tourism industry would choose a location inside a complex or a building, they must consider the concept of the development. There are specific agriculture, design, and image of facility that a certain group of people would gravitate to the patronize. The young will be more inclined to bar with music and freestyle dancing, while more matured groups are disposed to structured ballroom dancing. Sinasabi po dito na ang lokasyon at disenyo ng isang pasilidad para sa mga turismo ay dapat ang sinasalang-alang ay mga target market. Tulad ng kunyari, magpapatayo ka ng beach resort, dapat kung ang target market mo ay sa ang mga pamilya na may mga anak na may maliliit na bata, ang lokasyon ng isang beach dapat is malapit sa mga family-friendly na restaurant at activity. And ang target market mo is yung may mga anak, dapat ang disenyo ng restaurant or beach mo ay dapat may mga family size room, kiddie pool, playground at iba pa. Yung cost of construction or renovation, the decision of whether to build a new structure or renovate an existing space or building become very difficult when there are no variables to compare with. It is important to lay down the pros and cons of building and renovation. Some of the issues to consider are the following. One is the extent of the renovation in order to achieve the concept of the facility. Dito is yung lawak ng pagsasaayos. Kunyari, maliit lang yung ipapaayos mo doon sa isang building, mas murang gastos. Kung malaki naman yung ipapaayos mo, syempre mas malaking gastos. Then sa second is the cost of long-term and short-term construction. Dito nga kunyari magpapaayos ka ng isang building, kung mas matagal, mas mahal. Kung mas mabilis, mas mura. Then sa third ay structural integrity. Then dito naman, kunyari, sinusuri nito kung matatag pa ba yung gusali. Kunyari, kung ipapagawa mo siya, mas makakamura ka ba or mas makakamura ka ganun. Then sa fourth is the new construction. Dito naman is yung pagtitipid. Next slide.
For the legal issues and restriction, it is important to know the legal restrictions of the site being considered. Zoning of the site will determine whether the area is appropriate for proposed facilities. So, ang sinasabi po dito is, para po malaman natin yung legal restriction of the site, pag-zoning po nung site is, nakadetermine po dito na whether yung area po is appropriate po sa proposed facility or not. Then, the second one is, as a rule, the Comprehensive Land Use Plan or CLUP of the city or municipality dictates the development to monitor the rational use of land to ensure sustainable growth and development. So, ang magpapacilitate po nito is yung Comprehensive Land Use Plan or CLUP. Sila po yung magmamonitor to ensure sustainable growth and development. The city or municipality should identify the land use zone in accordance with the CLUP. For proper identification, the specific area are marked as R for residential districts, C for commercial districts, and I for industrial district. Zoning ordinances regulate the land use, the building height restriction. Next. And then next one is creating a brand through site selection. The brand of the business affect the determination of the location. The brand works hand in hand with the vibe and reputation of the location and the ambience of its architecture to promote an overall experience. Then the last one is the establishment may also adapt to the environment without compromising its brand and concept. So, yung establishment po na itatayo po natin, which is facilities, um, kailangan po siyang kailangan po nating i-adapt yung environment na meron doon sa isang lugar or sa tatayuan natin without compromising our brand and concept. Parang hindi po maapektuhan yung ating business habang ina-adapt po natin yung environment na meron po doon.
And for site criteria by major sector of the hospitality and tourism industry. First one is accommodation and lodging. Second one is food and beverage. Third one is travel and tourism offices. The last one is entertainment and recreation. In the hospitality and tourism industry, accommodation and lodging pertain to a place that provides shelter for a guest to stay and sleep for a certain period of time. So dito nga po, ito po yung sinasabi na kailangan mo, kapag may pinuntahan ka, kung ikaw, pumunta ka sa ibang bansa tapos wala ka naman matutuluyan, kailangan mong maghanap ng hotel na matutuluyan mo sa konting panahon, lalo na kung business traveler ka. Tapos pupunta ka lang sa ibang bansa para umattend ng isang meeting, pero wala ka namang bahay doon. So ang gagawin mo, hahanap ka ng hotel para doon magpahinga. And there are general criteria in identifying a site for a specific type of accommodations. First one is hotels, generally classified in terms of size, clientele base, and target market level of service and ownership and affiliation. Usually found in high-density cities, they are near airports. Second one is resort hotels. Primary clientele are vacationer, usually located in near natural resources and sceneries, such as beaches, lakes, and mountain range. And bed and breakfast, usually family and guest houses that are converted to accommodate not more than 10 rooms, normally located in areas with historical interest. Last one is condotels, intertwined with condominium that allow guests to prepare their own meals with housekeeping services for lines and room cleaning, usually near business district and commercial establishments.
So in this food and beverage services within the hospitality and tourism industry, it highlights that accommodation offers shelter and various services like food, business facilities, and recreation. It also outlines the different types of food and beverage locations. Number one is fast food concessions. Fast food concessions are quick service food outlets that are typically found in busy areas like inside malls, near offices, and schools. Essentially, they're located where there are lots of people looking for a fast and easy meal. Next is the high-end restaurants, alone establishments that focus on branding and concept. Last is the high-end catering services. Location is determined by the proximity to clientele and delivery range. Next. travel and tourism offices like travel agencies are commonly found in places with lots of tourists such as airports, seaports, and malls. Sometimes they're even located inside hotels or at tourist destinations.
Entertainment and recreation. Identifying the site for entertainment and recreation, it is important identify the kind of operation. This is significant issue determining the size of the lot. High foot and traffic for potential clients can also be a factor in the size selection assessment of the competition in the area and exploration, lalo na yung size ng lugar. Pag sinabi nating high foot traffic, yun yung madaming tao. Pag madaming tao, may tendency na hindi doon pupunta or dependent national place ay yung ordinance ng lugar. Halimbawa, mahilig kang kumanta tapos bawal pala doon sa lugar. Ang maingay, hindi ka doon pupunta. In conclusion, people choose place for entertainment and recreational use based on their preference. Likert scale for site selection. Francis Likert is social psychologists propose to use points of develop the rate scale. The Likert scale is used to measure the condition to aid by decision making by identifying criteria assigned a rate. Dito po is meron po tayong rating scale po na 1 to 5 po. Mag-rate po tayo ng establishment kagaya po ng kitchen po. Pag po rate po natin siya, yung kailangan po natin ng rating po na yon para po malaman po natin kung ano po siya, kung qualified po siya na maging ano po, yun sa satisfied po o highly not satisfied, mga ganun po. Yun lang.
So, dito na po natatapos yung aming